Hello there. With the summer holidays normally comes a plethora of skip finds, and though I have got quite a few good skip finds, this is actually from a house we did a job at, which is going to be cleared for someone new to move in after a death in the family, and he had quite a number of odd and obscure tools, and I offered to buy a couple off of the lady, but she wouldn't take any money for it, so maybe I done her a favour, I don't know. But anyway, this is a Black & Decker circular saw attachment for a drill. You put your drill chuck on one end, and you are able to use the drill to cut wood. I don't actually have a drill. I do have a drill, but I haven't got a battery to hand, which is pretty normal. But the drill will go on there, like this. And I guess you'd squeeze the trigger and run it with your other hand. A very early battery-powered circular saw. I have no idea what the date is on this. It's very antiquated. You can adjust the height of the blade by the two screws. You can change the blade. I've no idea. Oh, the arbor size is probably about 10mm, probably ½ inch I would have said. But there were several blades. All have been used, but all are still sharp. And I think this is going to be a valuable piece to keep in the van. Because although I use the Ryobi gear all the time, sometimes just keeping this on the van just is bulky. It takes up quite a bit of space for what it is. So maybe just keeping this on the van in the big toolbox is going to be easier than carrying this, especially when all I'm going to be doing is maybe cutting some wood for some noggings or fixings, battens for lights and things, and maybe lifting floorboards. If I have got a job where I'm going to need the saw, then I'll take the saw. But if this stays in the van, then this is going to be a valuable tool. And I'm pretty sure you're not going to be able to get hold of one of these. I might have a quick nose on eBay. But this is ingenious. What can I say? We'll have a go. We'll use this in a minute. I'll have to charge the other camera up a little bit to get some footage, and find a battery, set up the tripod. But you know, you never know what you're going to find, and it just proves that you just have to ask. And sometimes people will just give you the opportunity to have something that you'd never be able to find on online. He had quite a few old tools, wooden tools, but unfortunately I've got enough screwdrivers and things. So there was some solder there, so I've got some skinny solder. But more importantly, solder is very expensive now, and I was very lucky that my friend gave me this lump of solder here. But it is starting to go down. It was full to the outside when I first got it a couple of years back, and I seem to be doing an increased amount of soldering recently. So I've got some small solder. Funny enough, I was in Maplin's today, and Maplin's is £30 for 500 grams of solder, and that is the other one. That's 2.5 kilos of solder, 60/40 tin lead, and it is hefty. You could probably do weightlifting with that. Interesting to see. There was a picture on this somewhere. Contains non-corrosive flux, but it's multi-core solder. So whether it's got 5 holes down the middle which contain the flux, that's quite interesting. Never seen this before. Esrin multi-core 5-core solder containing non-corrosive flux, the finest cord solder in the world. Anyway, this is probably older than me. But yeah, 14 steel wire gauge, 0.080 inch, 2mm, and it is quite beefy, and I'm going to be needing that very soon. So let's get the other camera out and see what this little circular saw attachment does. No doubt before long I'm going to become a bit like Renoir Super Genius with all these tools. Right, off we go. Well, that certainly worked better than I thought it would, and it would definitely be going in my van or in one of my toolboxes at home for future use. I didn't quite expect it to perform as well as it did, especially as I was using one of my oldest Ryobi drills, which doesn't particularly have a high speed, although it was on the 4 Ah battery, and the brushes are going on this as well, so sometimes it doesn't start. I'm very pleased with that. I'll certainly be using that in the future, and let me know if you find anything like this. I'd certainly be interested. Yeah, so don't forget to subscribe, comment and rate. I'll try and get some more videos up this week. Things are pretty hectic here, and yeah, don't forget to hop across to my Facebook page. I think there's a link in the on the top of the page somewhere. Trying to find a name for the page that actually suits. It's Pete's Life, it was Shedland Productions. I tried to change it to Pete's Page. I have no idea if it worked. But yeah, hopefully I'll see you on Facebook and try and get some pictures up there of odds and sods that I get up to. Thank you for watching, and again, please subscribe, comment and rate.